Hey, this is Julia. I hope that you're having a great day today and welcome back to my channel, or just welcome if you're new here. Remember to like and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much for watching this video. So in today's video, we are building with the new house ranch expansion once again, and I'm super excited about that because I have really enjoyed this new expansion and it has been so much fun building with it. The build that we are actually creating here today is this little pastel ranch, and I think this build turned out absolutely adorable. I really like how it turned out. So the build actually has one bedroom and one bathroom, so it is a very small house, and I really like that about it because if you know me, I really love tiny homes, and even though this home doesn't actually count as a tiny house, it is still very tiny. So yeah, it's kind of like a tiny house even though it doesn't count as one, I guess. I obviously built this home in the new beautiful world that comes with this new expansion pack, and the world is called Chestnut Ridge. The lot that we are building on is a 20 by 30, so that felt like the most perfect size for this home because it is a very small house, but then the lot wasn't like too small, so I was able to fit in that like, I guess you could call it a one-horse stable maybe. I'm really not that familiar with these like horse terms in English, so I'm really sorry if I'm using the incorrect words for them, but I hope that you'll at least understand what I'm saying, I guess. But moving on, let's talk about my idea for this build when I first started making it. So my essential idea was to make a house that would be fitting for a sim that would own a horse, but the horse would actually be a unicorn. As most of you probably know by now, we can't actually have like unicorns in this new pack, but we can give our horses like these accessories that make them look like unicorns. And I feel like that is a super cute detail about this pack, and that is why I was so inspired to make this home. When I first started thinking about what I actually want this home to look like, the most important things that came to my mind were probably that I wanted this home to have like those fairy tale vibes, but I still wanted it to feel like a ranch somehow. And I felt like those two themes were kind of difficult to combine actually, but I still feel like I managed to combine them quite well, and I really feel like in the end this house does have those fairy tale vibes and it does look like a ranch still, so I guess I succeeded pretty well. Anyways, the color scheme that I chose for this build was very much inspired by unicorns, so I went with this kind of like rainbow pastel theme and I think it looks absolutely adorable. The house has a lot of like pink and yellow and blue, and then I also combined those with some white and also some light wood tones. One thing that I really enjoyed about creating this home was doing the roofing for it. So I really got to pay a little bit more attention to the roofing as I would like for a regular house of this size, I guess. So I was trying to add that like fairy tale vibe to this home by adding some curves to the roofs, and I really think I succeeded in doing that. It looks absolutely beautiful in my opinion, and I'm so glad that I decided to do so. By the way, this home took me about 2 hours to make, so that was a little bit of a surprise for me because I was expecting it to take a little bit more than that. But yeah, that was the time that I spent on building this, even though I did not include the time that I spent on kind of like planning this home, because I usually tend to do kind of like a practice version of my homes, and I do that by kind of drawing out the shape and then testing out some colors and maybe the doors and windows and basic stuff like that, and then I bulldoze it and then I actually start making the house and recording it. Something that I want to mention here before I forget is that I ended up changing something about this home off cam, and that is actually the trees like in front of the home, and I'm talking about those like two darker green trees. So I ended up removing them because I thought that this home would look better without them, and I'm very happy about that decision, but you cannot actually see that in the speed build. So I just wanted to mention it if anyone's wondering why the house looks a little bit different in the screenshots. Then let's move on to the interior of this home. So I really loved making the exterior, and I think my favorite part would be the floor plan. So I ended up making the floor plan really interesting looking, at least in my opinion. I made it like this kind of open concept floor plan, but I separated it with some pillars and spandrels and also some fencing, and then I also ended up like lowering the kitchen level, so I did some things with platforms, and I really love how that ended up looking. I really feel like it added like some dimension to the home. But let's talk about the rooms more individually now. So the first room that I actually created for this home was the kitchen. And first of all, I want to mention that this kitchen was really hard for me to make, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I really want to say that I'm super sorry about all the like twisting and turning and changing my mind about things with the kitchen, because I definitely would have practiced it if I knew it was going to be so difficult for me to make it. And yeah, I really don't understand why it was so difficult. Like, it came out like a pretty basic kitchen, but I was just like being indecisive. So yeah, that was difficult for me, and I hope you guys don't mind that. By the way, I just remembered that I forgot to mention that I made this build a limited pack build, so it only uses the new Horse Ranch expansion and cottage living plus the base game, of course. And I felt like this was the most perfect combination for this build because I was able to utilize many pink objects in the cottage living expansion. For an example, the fridge that I used in the kitchen, and I felt like that was the most like adorable thing ever to add into this home, so I was very happy about that. After making the kitchen, I moved on to the living room of this home, and that was probably my favorite of the like individual rooms to create, and I absolutely love how it looks in the end. It is super cute, and I think I especially really like the armchair and the couch that I chose, but also the shape is super cute, and I basically love everything about it, but those were like my absolute favorite things about it. Then next up is the bedroom for this home. So it was quite a small room to create, but I really love how it turned out. I think it looks super cute, and I was really enjoying using the new items in there. It felt like super easy to make the bedroom, and I was really enjoying it. I don't really think I know what my favorite thing about this bedroom would be, but what I can say is that I really liked those shelves that I put above the bed, because those gave me a lot more opportunities to add some clutter in this room, because I did not have like many other places to put any clutter in this room because it is a very small space. So I feel like that made it look a little bit more cozy, and I really love a cozy look for any rooms or homes that I create. Also, I really enjoyed that I was able to add that armchair in the bedroom. That was also something that felt like it was making the bedroom look more cozy than it was before that. Then after the bedroom, I moved on to making the only bathroom for this home, which is only accessible through the bedroom, and that is something I don't usually like to do with my builds, but I just felt like it was the only solution that made sense for this home. So after the bathroom of this home, I furnished the entrance, and it turned out very basic, I guess. So yeah, there's really nothing special about it to mention, but I still really like it, and it looks cozy like the rest of this home. So after the entrance of this home, I ended up doing some final touches to this build, which actually includes adding a dining table because I forgot to do so when I was making the kitchen. But anyway, I added this like small dining table with 2 chairs in the like corner of the kitchen, I guess you could say. Well, it's not exactly in the kitchen, but well, you can see it here, so you know what I mean. So what do you guys think about this build or this home? I would love to hear as always. So leave a comment down below if there's anything that you want to say. But anyway, we are almost at the end of this video, so remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!